This is Ferris Khan with Smashing Numbers, and let's talk a little bit more about the hammer, okay? Now, is Michigan going to get a hammer tomorrow? I did a video on it, and I'm saying it's going to be kind of minor. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. Let me explain why. First of all, this rule is based on the concept of advanced scouting. What is advanced scouting? Well, the NCAA never actually defined that. If advanced scouting is public, kind of random people that, quote unquote, allegedly Connor Stalions paid to use their iPhones to video signals, if that's advanced scouting, and by the way, in public areas, something anybody could do and anybody could just publish on the internet. Now, if that's advanced scouting, then what about teams sending information? Used to be done by maybe a package with videotapes, but now it's done electronically, sending information to other teams against their rival. So in other words, I have some information. I want you to beat my rival. I'm going to give you that information. That information is also going to include signs. If rando people that are on the internet, in the stands that are getting paid by Connor Stalions are quote unquote advanced scouts, these people would also certainly be advanced scouts. And there is a long history of teams collaborating with other teams against common opponents. Another thing I want to point out is this rule for the videotaping. It was actually called videotaping. Video recording was really videotaping, was from 1994. Now, this is related to advanced scouting. That's kind of what it's in if you actually look at the rules, but it's the idea that it's expensive to bring video recorders to all the different games because these things are this big, because we're talking about 1994, and cost thousands of dollars. People don't have iPhones in their pockets. 1994 is 15 years before the iPhone came out or started to become popular. The rule was antiquated. It's the equivalent of Harvard, which has a rule that professors can have up to 3 cows on Harvard Yard. That's an antiquated rule. Nobody's following that rule. So it's very similar to that. So I just don't see how it could work. Now, one thing that, I think Tony Petitti, the Big Ten commissioner, he got bullied into way overreaching during the season in an unprecedented way against Michigan. Usually commissioners support their team against a team that's in their conference against the NCAA. In this case, Tony Petitti, he doesn't understand college football. He is a TV executive type. Basically got bullied into the thought that this was a really big deal. Does it make some difference? Maybe, in the same way that it might make a difference if some third coach sent a videotape in the past or a email today explaining, hey, watch this, check out the signs. We've got some information for you that might help you beat our rival. Those are the reasons. Let me know what you think.